Hey, yo, what is good, everybody? I know it's been a grip, but your boy is back, ready to get back into it. I welcome you to another episode of Analogies to Save Your Life with your host that has the most to say, always with a smile on his face. And once again, I'm super glad to be back, y'all. It is the one and only Jaden Boards, ready to get down to the nitty gritty. And if y'all don't already know, you already know the vibes. I'm gonna let you know that we are here to change some mindsets and open the doors to new perspectives, because why? New perspectives change lives, and change lives change lives, y'all. And that's what we are here to do, one episode at a time, one day at a time. Let's get into it. So first off, I just want to say how much I have missed y'all. I have missed every single one of y'all. I'm so glad that we are back. We are back and better than ever. And quite frankly, we are back with more clarity, with more understanding, with more faith, trust, and the utmost confidence in our journey. And that's really where today's episode is going to be steering from. Because listen, y'all, I want to tell you how important it is, how imperative it is that you always keep your vision on lock, that you trust what you feel, why you feel that way, and really just stay in tune with yourself. Because the more that you are in tune within, the better your life will align without. No mistakes, no missteps, no fear, no worry, and no doubt. Because listen, if you never move the way that you moved, then you would not have the clarity and the understanding that you do. You would not understand how something is meant to shift, or that perception shift, or anything in between, simply because those experiences were needed and necessary. It boils down to you having faith within self to know that this is what you are meant to do, that this is what you were meant to experience, that this is what you were meant to feel. Even if it doesn't feel the greatest, you have to know that there's always a reason for it. And to ensure that you feed the positivity within all of that energy versus feeding into that negative energy. Because the thing about negativity is that it will grow like crazy. It doesn't take anything but a hot second for one little seed to be planted. And then before you know it, you have a whole forest of negativity. But on the other end, when you have positive seeds that you are planting, it takes deconditioning. It takes reconditioning. It takes complete shifts on ways that maybe you didn't even realize that you were meant to shift. Right? So let's think about it like this. If you had two plants, okay, you had one plant that was negative and one plant that was positive. You plant those seeds. If you are giving the negative plant all the water, all the sunlight, all the love, all the appreciation, repotting it, keeping the soil where it needs to be, then that is literally going to grow even more than you probably want it to. Because once again, the negativity is going to grow a lot faster than the positivity will. It just will. But if you take that same energy that you are feeding into that negativity and put it into your positive plant, it might not seem like it's growing as fast as you want it to, right? Like you shift, right? You go from your negative plant to your positive plant, then you're going to see how exactly that's going to happen, right? And then it's just one thing at a time at that time. And then before you know it, you're going to see, wow, okay, I have more that I can do. I have more that I need to experience and that I need to really be a part of at that point, right? And then before you know it, it's going to enhance the energy that you are in. It's going to enhance who you are. But it's about having the patience to continue, having the faith within what you are doing, because it's easy to feed into negativity. It's easy to allow those negative thoughts to multiply because it takes one thing after another. You're like, oh my gosh, nothing ever works. Nothing's ever working out the way I need it to. It's always one thing after, and then it just turmoils into more and more and more negativity. But what happens is once we try to make that shift, we expect that instant gratification. Like, okay, I'm saying everything is good, but then I still feel like crap. So clearly this isn't working. And that's typically where people revert back to that negative way of thinking because they want the instant gratification that negativity provides, but on a positive side. You guys tracking with me? So when you really can just kind of take a step back, look at everything holistically and be like, okay, you know what? I have to start somewhere and I have to be consistent. Consistency is indeed key here. It's just shifting how you speak because your words are way more powerful than you probably realize in this moment. But your words, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions all have the power to shift your reality. And you got to know that that shift is not an overnight shift. But knowing that will then enhance the radical acceptance of your life, will then enhance how you are and who you are, and your appreciation for who you are as you are. You're not so hyper fixated on these different outcomes that you're receiving, because you know each and every outcome that you receive, yeah, you needed those outcomes. Had they been the outcome that you wanted, the appreciation, the gratitude, the understanding of what that actually is as an entity completely, you wouldn't get it. And quite frankly, you would probably still feel as crappy as you do in that moment prior to those experiences, because the experiences are what helps you gain that clarity. It's what helps you see even deeper into your purpose, to see even deeper into yourself, because the reflection of you is your life. You have to know that. Like when you look in the mirror, that reflection is what you want to be excited about. In the moment, how you are is what you want to be excited about. And going back to the plant analogy here, the more that you give that positivity plant more love, repotting it, flipping the soil, talking to it, giving it the right amount of sunlight, you will see that that positivity plant will actually not only grow more beautifully, it'll grow way, way more, and honestly even multiply. It'll produce seedlings that you then can repot into other plants. And then before you know it, now you have a whole forest, a more lush and beautiful forest of delightful positivity versus the like wisteria type negativity. And if you guys don't know, wisteria is a very, very chaotic type of weed. It literally just takes things over. It encases whatever it grows on the sides, on trees, everything. And it's a pain to have to try to cut through and everything. You got to cut down an entire tree if you were trying to get that wisteria off of there. But instead, you have something that's more lush, that's more free, that's more exciting, that's more passionate. And that is with love, consistency, trust, and faith. Because who you are as you are in this moment is always and has always been more than enough. But you have to tell yourself that you are more than enough. You have to tell yourself that all of the abundance, the blessings, the miracles, the divine moments that you want, need, and deserve are going to show in divine time. You got to be more present, being present in that moment as everything is just happening, because those experiences, the more present you are, the more clarity you can receive. And then being more open to receive, right? With an open heart, an open mind, and allowing your perception to be shifted, like challenge your perception. You will see how really things just always work out. It's easy to go back to what's quote safe or what's familiar, because familiarity is where we kind of retreat to, because we're like, oh, okay, no, let me, like when people want to try to do something new, whether it's a new career, they want to do their own thing, if it doesn't work out the way that you anticipate initially, then it's easy to just revert. But instead, trust yourself. You were called to do it for a reason. Listen to yourself. Your inner voice is there for a reason. You wouldn't have it if it wasn't meant to be listened to. And then you enhancing that energy with your voice, with your thoughts, with your actions. Like who you are as you are is and always will be more than enough. And quite frankly, y'all, this is all just the beginning. Like the journey of self-love, the journey of understanding, the journey of peace, tranquility, purpose, and passion is an ongoing type of situation. But you have to have the courage to take those steps. The most beautiful things are typically in the darkness, right? You can't see it, so you don't know what's there. It's the unknown, right? It's the fear, it's the doubt, it's the lack. But to know, regardless of what happens, you're going to be okay. You wouldn't be in that situation if you weren't going to be okay. Because you can look at it like, "Oh my gosh, this thing just happened. Now I'm screwed." Or, "Okay, I'm in this situation. It's not the best. However, It's what it's supposed to be. So let me do what I can do that is within my control and move accordingly. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is control what you can control, which is your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. You can sit there and gripe, complain, be upset and angry about and what's going on around you, or you can just express how you feel, acknowledge your emotions, right? Acknowledgement is key. And then turn around and move how you need to move to be in the energy and the spaces that you want to be in. You can control that. Your energy is very controllable. If you allow external factors to dictate how your internal energy is, well, then yeah, it's always going to be tied to it. Whether you have certain people that are around you or certain things that are around you. If you always tie your energy to other things and other environments or circumstances, then you'll never be truly happy. Because until you get the outcome that you want from external factors, you won't be at peace within. Versus when you find your inner peace, you find yourself, you find the love within you, you will see, wow, I actually got everything that I need. It's all about perception. Like, for example, if you went to a store, let's say you're manifesting $1 million, okay? First off, you got to normalize it. Normalize money is simply just energy. Whether you had $1 or $1 million, the energy and a gratitude for that abundance needs to be the same. Normalize $1 million day. It's very possible because everything is possible, But you're manifesting $1 million, and at the moment, maybe your bank account isn't reflecting that, but you have to know that that is just a current illusion. It's not an actuality unless you feed into that actuality, right? Going back to feeding that negative plant, watering the plant and being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm broke. I can't afford this. This is too much." And on the other flip side, boop, we're going to go ahead and start watering the positivity plant and be like, you know what? Nah, this is just what it is right now, but it's not forever. This is just for me to gain perspective, for me to gain understanding and gain really a huge perception of what's need and necessity. So if you went to the store and you were trying to buy yourself something, and at the moment you're like, okay, I gotta like look and calculate how much it is. Like that's a moment for you to sit and reflect and be grateful. Like be grateful that you can get what you can get. You might not be getting everything that you want, but you can get what you need. Y'all following me? Like that is the biggest thing. That way, okay, cool. This $1 million comes around. You're a lot more cognizant of what's actually going on. You're like, yo, I remember when I was sitting there calculating what I could get. And now here I am able to get not only what I got before, but also what I want. Gratitude. Very huge amount of gratitude. Like the gratitude has to be consistent throughout every experience, every bit of abundance, and every bit of blessings and moments that you are a part of. Because where you are right now, there's a reason for it. Even if you are not extremely psyched about being in this position that you are in, there's a reason for it. There is 100 quintillion% a reason for it. But it is up to you to gain the clarity, to gain the understanding, to open your mind to see that there is a reason and to find that reason within it. It's always about looking beyond, right? Looking beyond your current circumstances and keeping your vision on lock. Because what you want wants you. Find what you are passionate about by being willing to try different things, to try what you are called to do. Because you never know what you are actually going to accomplish until you just see how far you can go. That's how far you can go, is how far you let yourself go. You see what I'm saying? Like that mindset opened my freaking consciousness like crazy. We go as far as we allow ourselves to go. And the further we go, the scarier it can be. But it's about just radical acceptance. Accept it for what it is, accept the outcomes for what they are. Allow yourself to acknowledge what you feel, why you feel that way, and the manner of which you feel. And then, you know what? Cool. You know what? We're still here. We're still safe. We're still blessed. And then be grateful for everything that is around you. Don't always focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you do have and what you are about to receive. You hear how I said what you could? No, no, no. What you are about to receive. If you want it, it's going to be yours. But it's going to be yours when the time is right for it to be. Certain experiences, certain moments, you might have to meet certain people to gain certain clarities and perception shifts. Because your game plan might end up, and honestly, very well might change as these experiences happen. Because then you're like, ooh, okay, actually, that person isn't who I thought they were. So now they gotta go. And that person was originally a part of your plan, but now they are not. So we gotta weed out the wisteria. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We gotta weed out those who are suffocating our energy, who are suffocating what we are here to do, what we are meant to do. Because whether you know it or not, some people, some situations and circumstances or environments could be siphoning your energy, could be siphoning on just your brand, your vibe, the way that you create. They could continuously be blocking that energy because of just who they are or what it is. And you might not realize it because you're not allowing yourself to zoom out. Like you got to zoom out and shift and allow yourself to shift. Be grateful for the shift. Appreciate the shift. Because if that shift wasn't happening, then you really just wouldn't be able to grow in a way that you want to grow. Because you're actually able to see you for you, not see you for who everybody else wants you to be. Cause listen, y'all, you should not care. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck 50 as always. Do not care about what anybody else thinks or what anybody else feels when it comes to how you live your life. When it comes to your life, period. Because who's living your life? You. Who is it made for? You. For someone else, maybe yeah, working the 9 to 5s and retiring at 75 is their thing. But if you actually do what you are called to do, for all you know, you could retire at 35. You could retire in a couple years because you took the leap to start your business or you took the leap to start doing the things that you are passionate about, and before you know it, now it's leading to so many other things, and now the growth is just multiplying like crazy. But had you never taken that step, taken that leap of faith, you would have never known. You would have been stuck in mass consciousness and consistently swirling around in your head about, oh, my life could be, should be, would be. Nah, shoulda, coulda, woulda, nothing. Just do it. Just do it. And once again, know that there are no coincidences, no accidents. Do not be regretful of any decisions that you make because you didn't get the outcome that you wanted. An outcome is only good or bad, right or wrong, when you say it is as such. Every decision that you make is the right decision. Why? Because it was a decision that you were called to make at that moment. Did you get the outcome that you wanted? Maybe not. But you got the outcome that you needed. And that outcome, if you allow it to, will help you grow even further. Help you gain clarity on boundaries, maybe that you need to have with people, or the way that you need to start speaking about your life or moving within your life, changing habits, gaining habits, whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, it's to make you better. It's to make you the best you that you could and will possibly be. Because for all you know, your highest self, you can surmount that 1,000 times over because of how aware and how in tune you are to this journey of life. I mean, life is beautiful. It's so amazing. There are so many delightful moments and opportunities that come about, but typically they're overlooked because you're always wanting to look for the next thing. Like, just have your vision, write things down, speak on it, use your voice, talk to yourself, to your guides, like, just speak on it. Even if you were just driving, maybe drive with no music and just express yourself. Like, get real vulnerable, real down to the nitty gritty. No more surface level talking. Dig deep into yourself so you can be honest, transparent, and then you can really see, wow, I didn't realize I actually really felt like this, or wow, I didn't even real because you haven't given yourself the space, the grace, or the time to explore. That exploration of self is key. Because once again, going back to the plants, that positive plant that you have been loving and nurturing, like I said, y'all, it's gonna create so many positive seedlings that you got a pot, plant, boop, bop, boom, water, water, love, love, sun, sun, and then before you know it, it it's growing into something even more beautiful than you ever even realized. Like you could be planting something thinking it's one plant and it ends up being a whole different plant that's actually a rare plant. And once again, going back into just who you are and just the types of natural skills and abilities that you have that are either tapped or untapped, but either way are not being utilized in the way that they should be. It's up to you. What do you want? How do you see your life looking and wanting to live it? It's literally only up to you. If you want it, then go for it. If you don't get the outcome that you want, that's okay. What did you learn? What energies did you grow within? What perspective has been shifted? Like, think about it like that. And then you will see like radical acceptance and radical curiosity. Stay curious about your life. Stay curious about what you can do, what you can accomplish, how you can move, and then just do it. Especially if it's something that is just something it's just pulling at you. Like, you should do this. And you're like, man, I should definitely just do it. Like, if you are hearing me right now in this moment, there is a reason. Like I said, right place, right time, no coincidences and no accidents. So if you are here right now, there is something. There is something that you want to do. You should do it because it is going to work out for you. I assure you, without a shadow of a doubt, it is going to work out for you. And another thing, y'all, something I always tell myself is that things have no choice but to work out for me. They have no choice but to work out because everything great is meant to happen. Everything great does happen and everything is possible. Once again, your voice, your words, your thoughts, your actions, those are powerful. Your inner energy, as within, so without. So allow your inner wealth to reflect externally. And please understand, when I say wealth, I don't just mean financially. Like, yeah, you're gonna have the big bucks, that's cool. But I'm talking wealthy intellectually, wealthy spiritually, wealthy emotionally, creatively. Allow that wealth to shine in every way, shape, and form by being you. Because there is no other you, and there will never be, has never been, and will never be. So why not just embrace the you that you are in this moment and appreciate you at every stage? Because you 3 years ago and you 3 years from now, still just as important, still just as amazing. It's just the experiences that are different, the energy that is shifted, the mindset that has been changed. So you just do that. You do it, see how great it can and will be, and then you'll see really what you have been able to do all along. But just be willing to take that risk and know that you are right where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to be doing every single time. Woo wee! Y'all know, y'all already know. I'll tell you a lot of things, but I will never ever tell you a lie. So please remember, your positive energy, it might be slow moving at first, especially if you're shifting from a negative mindset, but trust the process, trust yourself, and have faith that you are on the right path because it is your path. Your path and yours alone. Has never and will never be another like you. So love everything about you and get to know you again. Start at ground zero and see how great it can and will always continue to be. And I definitely appreciate y'all for coming through. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Y'all already know to have an amazing, amazing day because we love to open those doors to new perspectives and change those mindsets. So please have an amazing, amazing day and always continue to be you.